The acting national chairman of Labour Party, Lamidi Apapa, is back at the Court of Appeal, venue of the Presidential Election Petition Court, apparently to assert his authority as the chairman of the party. He, however, took a seat at the back of the courtroom and not in the area reserved for Labour Party officials. The presidential candidate of the party, Mr. Peter Obi, arrives at the field courtroom and goes around exchanging pleasantries with lawyers present.
Good morning, sir. Sister, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Thank you.
Shortly after, the justices arrived for the day's proceedings, beginning with the petition of the People's Democratic Party. All the 7 motions filed by the respondents seeking the court to strike out the petition of Atiku were heard and reserved for ruling. The lead counsel for the PDP, Chris Uche, accuses INEC of being partial by taking up the defense of Tinubu, contrary to the provisions of the law. He insists INEC ought to be neutral. INEC has said the allegations, which form 32 paragraphs in Atiku's petition, should be removed by the court for various reasons, including lack of jurisdiction.
We were surprised that INEC left issues relating to the conduct of the election to begin to fight a proxy war for the second respondent, that's Tinubu, because if you look at the processes filed, all they were saying was to strike out the paragraphs where we pleaded issues relating to Tinubu's qualifications. So we said, no, that is not for INEC to do. Tinubu has his own counsel, APC also has their own counsel.
Meanwhile, back in the courtroom, the panel refused to acknowledge a counsel supposedly for Lamidi Apapa, Obamadu Abuchi, who claimed he was representing the Labour Party. This was after another senior advocate, Awakalu, had made an appearance for the party. He was stopped by the panel, who insisted that the legal representation for the petitioners is just one. The justices told him that he should have advised his client properly, being a senior advocate of Nigeria. The court adjourned to May 22 for ruling on the application by the Labour Party for live coverage of proceedings.
We don't want opaqueness, we want transparency. That's why that application was filed. It's been argued, and I don't want to say that whoever is opposing it does not want transparency.
The court also adjourned to May 20 for parties to agree on the schedule of hearing in the main petition. They will agree on the number of witnesses to be called and the time allocated for them to testify and be cross-examined. Emanuela Ekele, Channels Television News.